Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Hannah and today I'm going to be doing the first installment of my Take It or Leave It series. So basically this is going to be a product review of something that's probably been hyped up for a little while. And today I have the brand new Becca Cosmetics and Jaclyn Hill Champagne Collection Face Palette. And I have been so excited for this to come out. I'm actually already a huge fan of Champagne Pop, which I feel like pretty much everybody and their mom has been talking about Champagne Pop forever. Basically since Jaclyn announced it last year. After that was released, they came out with a Champagne Glow palette, which I also have and I broke, which I pretty much almost cried when I broke it because I use that palette every single day. But now they came out with this palette. As soon as this came in the mail, I pulled it out and I noticed the beautiful gold and white packaging and the metallic gold. I mean, it's just gorgeous. So I'm going to put it closer for you. But it's got Jaclyn Hill's name in the middle of the logo with Becca Cosmetics around it, which I adore. I love white and gold. White and gold is my favorite color combination in the world. That in itself was just very aesthetically pleasing to me. And then on the back, it basically just has Jaclyn's picture and then a little something that she wrote, and then on the bottom it shows the shades and the shade names that is included in this palette. So then when I opened the box, a sample actually came out, and it was their Becca's Backlight Priming Filter. It's their primer, and it's actually already open because I used it today. I have used this before. I got a sample from Sephora previously and I loved it. It smells like oranges. It goes on super smooth. It doesn't irritate my skin. It's very illuminating, and I'm probably going to go buy this as soon as I run out of my most recent illuminating primer. I'll probably do that. So now it's the product itself. So it's basically the same concept as the outside box. It's the white and gold, but it's just flip-flopped. So it's Becca Cosmetics Becca Cosmetics logo with Jaclyn Hill's name in the center. I think it's beautiful. The packaging is stunning. And then the back shows the shade names like this. So I will say this is a little bit thicker, just wider than I was expecting it to be. I think just because the Champagne Glow palette was a little bit on the thinner side. This is a little chunkier. It's not heavy by any means. It's just it's very lightweight, but it is chunkier. So if you don't like that, I mean, it's not too bad, but if you don't like that, that's one thing to consider. However, I will say that the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors, they break very easily. They're very fragile, which sucks. But so maybe this is their way of possibly protecting the product more. Maybe. We'll see. Hopefully that's the case. But when you open the palette, you do get a very nice size mirror, which I certainly appreciate. And it did actually have a little overlay over the product itself with the names on it. And somehow I've just kind of lost that already. I don't know where it went. But, and again, on the inside packaging, there's that metallic gold, and then the Becca Cosmetics logo with Jaclyn Hill's name in the center is right here. I'm going to try and show you guys. It's right there, and I feel like mine's kind of misplaced a little bit. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's supposed to be that way, but I feel like it should kind of come over a little bit more. But that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, maybe it is just a tiny bit. So the first one I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to swatch for you, is called Rosé Spritz, and it's this one right here. It's one of their luminous blushes. And the Sephora website actually kind of identifies this color and explains this color as a soft peachy pink with a pale gold shimmer. It's super pretty. I'm actually wearing it on my cheeks today. Although I do really think this particular color would look gorgeous on someone with a slight tan. I mean, absolutely stunning. And I'm just going to do a quick swatch for you. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to take it on my finger right here. You can just kind of see how stunning that is. I think the reflex in it and the sheen that it just gives like a very glowy look to the skin, a very youthful look. So I personally really like this blush. I have not experienced fallout with this particular blush at all. It's also very blendable that I found, and it's super pigmented, like super pigmented. A little goes a long way, I promise you. So don't go too heavy-handed with this one. This was actually, I dabbed like with my brush, just kind of tapped it in there, and I put it on the apples of my cheek, and it was like intense. It was insane. So just be careful with that. So the next shade that I'm going to swatch for you is called Amaretto, and it's this one right here. It's in their mineral blush formula. Sephora says that this is a matte toasted almond. So I'm going to show you side by side. This one is Rose Spritz, and this one is Amaretto. And it's just super pigmented, super smooth. On me, it's a little too dark because these are so pigmented, and I'm so fair. This particular blush was just, it was a little much. But if you are darker than me, which most people are, you'll probably love this color. If you love that J-Lo look, that bronzy look, you're gonna love this blush, especially if you mix it with Champagne Pop or Prosecco Pop. Dead. So the next color I'm going to talk about is called Pamplemousse, and it's this one right here. And this is also one of their mineral blushes. Sephora says that this is a matte warm coral pink. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, that's right. A matte warm coral pink. So I'm going to give this a swatch. And again, just so you can see on my fingers, this is the Pamplemousse. I hope I'm saying that right. Very, very pretty. Again, you know the formula is very smooth, very pigmented, very, very blendable. I don't really think you can beat Becca blushes, in my personal opinion. They're one of my favorite blush formulas out there. I feel like this would be really pretty on someone darker than me, or someone with a slight tan. It would be absolutely gorgeous. I may give myself a self tan and use these colors, play with them. But if you are fair, you just have to use a super, super light hand, just because it can get kind of clownish really fast. So just be careful with that. So you get a pretty decent amount of product in these blush pans. I mean, and you also have to think, these are super, super pigmented. So you really don't need that much. I really think these blushes will last a very long time. So now on to the star of the entire palette, which is Champagne Pop. And it's right here. Now, again, I've already told you, Champagne Pop is one of my favorite highlights just of all time. Honestly, I feel like it's great on fair skin. It just works. It just works really, really well. It works for people of all skin tones, except probably those who are really dark, or who are even more fair than I am. It would probably be a little too dark. But it is beautiful. It's this one right here. And again, like, I mean, with these, like, I am not having any fallout here. I'll just show you. There's no fallout, and it's super pigmented. It's gorgeous. I don't know, just something about this. It's just beautiful. Like, you can tell it's not too dark on my skin tone. I am actually wearing it today. Like, I'm wearing it right here on my cheekbones. I'm wearing it on the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my cupid's bow though, and maybe off my cupid's bow right now. So on my brow bone, a little bit on my inner corners. I love Champagne Pop. I do wear Champagne Pop often. Champagne Pop's sister, which is Prosecco Pop. It's a very medium warm gold. It's gorgeous as well. I will say though, this particular color is a little too dark for me. Now, and also this kind of reminds me of Gilded Honey. However, I honestly just adore this formula of highlight. So even though this is a little too dark for me personally, that's okay. I actually am wearing it on my eyelids today. I'm not sure if you can tell, but you can wear these as eyeshadows. They're really pretty as, you know, something. Just pop it in the center of your lid, on your inner corners. Honestly, Prosecco Pop on anyone with a deep skin tone is literally going to be perfection. I'm not saying that I won't ever rock Prosecco Pop, because I will. I'll probably just have a little gold all over my very, very pale face. But you know what? That's fine. If that's what you want to do, go for it. I don't see anything wrong with it. So it's just makeup. I don't think there are any rules in makeup. So okay, you guys. So this palette retails for a total of $52. Now, that seems a little pricey. However, this is a palette with, in my opinion, really high quality products, and it's a 5-in-1. So I actually did do the math on my corresponding blog post to this video, which I will link down below. I have pictures of the swatches, pictures of the palette up close, as well as the math that I did involved in figuring out how much this palette really is worth. And it did come to a total of $105.49, and it only retails for $52. And something I will say just about the overall selection of products for this palette is that it's all very warm tones. So if you are not someone that likes warm tones, you will not like this palette. Everything in this palette is warm. And has a very warm undertone, which I will say, if you know Jaclyn Hill or you've watched her videos, you know that the warm shades are like her pride and joy. So to me, I mean, this palette does scream Jaclyn Hill. If you like Jaclyn Hill, if you are a fan of her, if you support her, I say go ahead and get this palette. If you like warm shades, if you like highlights, if you like to focus on your complexion, this palette I think is going to be for you. However, if you already have champagne pop, if you already have warm blushes in your collection, and you're not necessarily like a makeup junkie like I am, then you could probably skip out on this. However, I will say I will definitely not be returning this. I'm going to take it. Honestly, you guys, I do feel like this palette is worth the money. I have a feeling this is going to be a staple in my makeup routine for the summertime. It's beautiful. It goes on beautifully. I love the glow that it gives my cheekbones, and yeah, I mean, I just think this is a great product. I mean, really the only complaints that I have is that a couple of the shades are a little too dark for me, but I can make that work and I can use it as an eyeshadow. I mean, honestly, it's all powder. It can go wherever you want it to go. It's fine. It's not going to hurt you. Yeah, and like I said, I do have a corresponding blog post on my blog where I do have swatches of these products up close, where I do have pictures of the palette up close, where I go into the details of the math involved in figuring out the value of this product, and just a little bit more extra information in there for you. So yeah, go ahead and check it out. I'll link it down below. And if you like this series, if you want to see more product reviews like these, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me. This has been really fun for me lately. This is a way to really focus on my niche. I've realized that the beauty and the makeup industry is really my niche, and this is a way for me to kind of focus that and to target all of that energy and that passion. So I am also have been working kind of hard on things to come, so there may be about a month or so that I may not be making, another month or so that I'm not going to be making a lot of videos, because I'm really trying to plan ahead, like 2, 3, 4 months ahead in advance, and figure out exactly what I'm doing for all of my videos, for all of my blog posts, things like that, because I think I got started and I didn't really have I didn't have an editorial calendar, which I feel like is going to really help me, and that's something I'm working on right now. However, I do want to get a couple of videos up here and there, probably a couple of more product reviews. Trying new products is my guilty pleasure, and I hope that you guys enjoy watching this video, and I'm hoping to get better at editing, at talking in front of the camera, at figuring out exactly what I want to do. And yeah, I just appreciate you guys watching this video and for being on the ride with me. So yeah, you guys, just go ahead and join the ride. I have a lot in store and a lot coming, and I'm just excited for the future. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and leave me a comment. I want to know if you guys have purchased this palette and what your thoughts are on it, or if you're planning on purchasing it or not. Let me know. Let me know why. I want to build a community and be able to communicate with everyone and just connect with people and to figure out, hey, you know, maybe I like this palette, but maybe someone else doesn't, and I want to know why. I would love to hear from you guys. I'd love to hear your feedback. So leave me a comment, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon. Okay, see you next time. Bye.